Bro, Carl Froch has just reacted to Darren Till's new training footage, and what he said is absolutely sending the internet. Like, genuinely, the comments are going crazy right now. Because this wasn't some diplomatic, careful, PR-managed response. This was Froch being Froch. Straight up, no filter, telling the world exactly what he thinks about what he just watched. And look, I've been following this beef since the Misfits confrontation, since the Apple moment, since all of it. But what Froch said after watching this footage might be the most important thing he has said since this whole thing kicked off. Because it tells you everything about where his head is at right now. Stay with me because this video is going to change how you see this fight completely. Right, so before we get into Froch's actual reaction, let me set the scene properly because context matters here massively. Cast your mind back to that Misfits event. Darren Till spots Froch sitting ringside, grabs the mic, and just goes for it in front of thousands of people. Points at him, tells him he's gonna knock him out cold. The place absolutely erupts, and Froch sits there eating an apple. Doesn't move, doesn't engage, completely unbothered. That image went everywhere. Everyone's talking about it. And most people at that point were still saying this is just theater. This is just two guys playing up for the cameras. Nothing real is going to come of this.
Okay, so I don't say this with confidence, but did Carl Froch just shit himself? Because as soon as Darren Till knocked out Luke Rockhold, he was getting quite aggressive with Carl Froch, calling him into the ring, saying let's go, trying to promote this fight, trying to get Carl Froch out of retirement, who is a former world champion, had a fantastic career, and Carl Froch just wanted nothing to do with Darren Till and left the building. I mean, I'd understand if it was a complete clown show, but Darren Till looked pretty good tonight, and he had his career best performance in a boxing ring, and he absolutely sparked Luke Rockhold, so I don't know. Like, he literally just got up and left. So I don't know, let me know your thoughts on this, but to be honest, I would love for them to drag Carl Froch out of retirement to fight Darren Till.
Then the interviews started dropping. Froch talking about being back in the gym, Rob McCracken giving the green light behind the scenes, Eddie Hearn re-entering the picture after a period where the two weren't even on speaking terms, the powers that be quietly confirming this fight can genuinely happen. And then Till's team do something nobody expected. They drop new training footage. Proper training footage. Not a gym selfie, not a bag session for Instagram. Real, unfiltered, this is what Darren Till looks like right now footage. And it travels fast, really fast. And the moment it lands on Froch's radar, he reacts. And that reaction is what we are here for today. So let's talk about what Till actually put out, because you need to understand why this footage got the reaction it did. What you are seeing in this footage is not what casual fans were expecting from a man who built his reputation in MMA. The movement is sharp. The combinations are clean. He's working off the jab, setting up the right hand behind it, and the power is obvious even through a screen. For a big man, 6'1", naturally heavy, he moves with a fluency that a lot of boxers at his level simply don't have. And the southpaw stance creates problems. Proper problems. The kind of angles that mess with your timing if you haven't been in live rounds for a while. His team have clearly put serious work into the boxing fundamentals. This isn't a UFC fighter having a go and hoping the aggression carries him through. The footwork is deliberate. The head movement is there, and the intensity in the footage, the way Till is going at it in the gym, tells you everything you need to know about how seriously he is taking this. Remember what everyone close to him keeps saying. He doesn't care about the money, he just wants to fight. And that footage reflects exactly that mentality.
If you two would have 100%. If I was to fight Carl Froch in boxing, as I've said, be a terrible night for both of us. I strongly believe I'd beat him right now if we could get the weight and the money correctly, but I'm not saying anything other than, like, yeah, I understand what kind of night it'd be for me. I really do. I'd have to have 12 weeks. You know, I'm going to get back in the gym as of next week. I'm going away for a few days. I've told my coach just need to rest my hand a little bit. I've got no other injuries. I feel great. I haven't even had a drink after this fight. Like, usually, you know, I have a little drink and that to celebrate, but I want to keep my weight down, and just in case they come calling, because it's all hot stuff right now. So, you know, I've had a conversation with my manager and my coaches. I just want to have a little week off too, just enjoy a little holiday, because I've been in camp since January, since the fight got cancelled for March. You know, so I need a 12-week camp for Carl Froch if it was to become a reality, but I don't think it's going to become a reality right now. There's other options on the table, especially if I want to do August and stuff like that. But I'm just here, like, where's the credit, man? I'm just here saying I'll fight a former fucking absolute, like, Jake Paul's not fighting Carl Froch, is he, mate? Like, look who Jake Paul's fighting and look who I'm willing to fight. Like, win, lose, or draw. Like, you have to respect it, come on.
Back-to-back knockouts against Anthony Taylor and Darren Stewart. Both clinical, both finished. And now this training footage dropping right in the middle of negotiations. The timing is not an accident. Till's camp know exactly what they are doing. And then Carl Froch watches it. And here is where it gets genuinely brilliant. Because Froch's reaction is not what you would expect from someone who genuinely felt threatened by what he just saw. There is no hesitation, no diplomatic softening, no acknowledgement that Till looks sharp or that the footage is impressive. Froch watches it and comes out swinging harder than he did before. He goes straight back to the Masvidal clip, reminds everyone that this is the same Darren Till who got sparked out cold with half a punch. Says flat out that Till's hands are not the problem, that a decent southpaw backhand does not mean anything when you are stepping into the ring with a four-time world champion who has never been knocked out in his professional career, who got dropped by Jermaine Taylor and George Groves and climbed off the canvas both times to win, who rendered Groves unconscious in front of 80,000 people at Wembley Stadium. Froch essentially looks at the training footage and says, yeah, and? His position hasn't moved an inch. He still reckons he jabs Till's head off, still reckons he walks him onto a right hand, still reckons he is a 1-10 favorite and thinks the bookies putting him at 1-5 are underselling him. The man's confidence is something else, genuinely. But here is the part of Froch's reaction that people are sleeping on. Because underneath the confidence, underneath the dismissiveness, there is something in what he said that suggests he is paying closer attention to this than he lets on. He mentions the gym. He mentions McCracken. He mentions feeling great. You do not bring all of that up unprompted if the training footage you just watched meant absolutely nothing to you. Froch is watching. Froch is preparing. And Froch is making sure Till knows it. And look, here is the honest conversation that needs to be had, because it is what the comments are debating right now. The serious boxing people, the ones who know what ring rust actually does to a fighter, are not dismissing what Till put out. The argument was never that Till outboxes Froch. The argument is that Froch has not been punched in the face by someone trying to knock him out since 2014. That chin, legendary as it is, untested for over a decade. And Till carries real power, the kind of power that does not care about Hall of Fame credentials when it lands clean. One analyst said it in the most straightforward way possible. 10 years ago, this is a mismatch. 10 years on and not having taken a punch, the body changes, the reflex is slow, the timing shifts by margins that you cannot fully recover in a training camp, no matter how good McCracken is. And Till is 32 years old, in the form of his life, fueled entirely by the fact that he genuinely does not care what happens to him as long as he gets in that ring. That combination of factors is exactly why this training footage has landed the way it has, and exactly why Froch's reaction, confident as it was, has not fully settled the debate. So where are we actually at with this fight right now? Because that is the question everyone is asking. Froch is in the gym. McCracken has seen him, and the feedback is genuinely positive. Eddie Hearn has confirmed interest publicly. The promoters believe this happens. But Froch has been absolutely consistent about one thing throughout all of this. He is not chasing it. He sat ringside at Misfits eating an apple while Till raged on the mic because he is not the one who needs to be seen wanting this more. His reaction to the training footage carries the same energy. Respectful enough to acknowledge it exists. Dismissive enough to make clear it hasn't moved him one bit. The ball is in Till's court. His team need to come with a serious, direct, professional approach, rather than viral footage and Misfits microphone moments. Because the window on this is not staying open forever. Here is the bottom line. Till dropped footage designed to make Froch pay attention. Froch paid attention and came back harder than ever. The beef is real. The gym sessions are real. The interest from the big players in boxing is real. And after everything that has happened since that confrontation at Misfits, this fight is closer to happening than either man is publicly willing to admit. Drop a comment below right now. After watching that training footage, does it change anything for you? Is Till actually a real threat to Froch? Or is the Cobra just built different on another level? Because the comments on this one are going to be absolutely mad.